If you think I know the words of the song, you're kidding me. I don't even know if I know the melody. I don't know what the hell I just sang. Anyway, I think that's the theme song. The theme song to the jam of the year of Day of Wrath, or, yeah. Anyway, hello there, CriterioNate here. As you might have as well guessed, I'm here to rewatch. I just rewatched an old favorite, and I'm here to re-review it. To get that old junk out of the way, and out with the old, in with the new. I just got to remember what number this is. Number 125. This is rewatching a number 125. Theodor Dreyer's Day of Wrath. Still from Azusa. Still no artwork. There you go. But you still see Marta's Berger's Marta, or whatever her name is. What is that woman's name? Herlof's Mart. No, that's the witch's name. She's a witch. She's a witch. She's a witch. 1943. 97 minutes, black and white, Danish. Yeah. So this is a rewatch. This is part of the Theodor Dreyer box set, and I think, the first time I watched this, I remember I feel like I lost the plot like really quickly, and I didn't understand the ending. I didn't understand what had happened, and watching it again, I definitely got a better grasp of the plot. I think it's. And I noticed, you notice things the second time around. That's all you can say. I noticed a lot of things that I did not notice when I first saw the movie, and I thought it was really just. I definitely have a much better opinion of this movie than I did the first time. So, first of all, let me just reiterate the plot. So anyway, the plot. Herlof's Mart. She's this old woman who is denounced a witch, or turns out to be a witch. It was accused of witchcraft and all that. She hides in the house of this young woman, Anne, and Anne is married to the pastor of the town, Absalon. And Absalon apparently, spared Anne's mother of witchcraft so that he could marry Anne, and the rest. And it starts off a little. I have to say, it still start off a little confusing, but it makes sense over time. So Anne eventually, Herlof's Mart is found. However, it isn't revealed that Anne helped her hide, and so. Herlof's Mart is eventually burned at the stake. She almost wants to denounce Anne, but she's still burned. But anyway, Anne eventually falls in love with Absalon's son, Martin, who came back. He's a lot younger. Absalon's a lot older than Anne. Anne must be in her maybe 20s, late 20s, early 30s. Who, by the way, played by what's her name? Lisbeth Moven, who's extremely attractive, and who we won't see again until Babette's Feast, apparently. That's another Criterion film she was in. So Anne, falls in love with Martin, the young son. They spend a lot of time together, out picking daisies and all that, fun stuff, that's kind of fun stuff you did back in the 1600s, You went out and ran around in a field and laughed, laughed at the fact that you were alive, So anyway, it's, over time, Anne reveals that she never loved Absalon, and Absalon starts to, at one point hears Anne laughing in the company of Martin, and, kind of realizes that, he had been holding her back from, true happiness, and he regrets marrying her and all that. And so, anyway, one night, Absalon is away taking care of a sick man, and Anne and Martin are in the house together, and Anne's talking about Absalon, and she apparently wishes I think I don't remember exactly the quote, but I think she says that she would feel a lot better if Absalon were dead. She sort of wishes him dead, but uses that keyword "if." Not necessarily wishing him dead, but believing her life to be better. I guess if he was dead. So Absalom comes back and it reveals that apparently he was apparently he's told that he felt like death was upon him, and yeah, I think she says it again, and then he ends up dying in front of her. And so at the funeral, Martin apparently is confused. Martin apparently believes that Anne killed his father, and almost wants calls her a witch, and I think Anne at first denies it. However, when she realizes that I think she's lost. At one point, she feels like she's lost Martin entirely because of the coincidence of all that, and it's not particularly revealed as to whether or not Absalom died. Absalom did come back in a violent storm. He's an old man walking through a storm, so it's possible the weather got to him. Might have caught a cold in the rain or something, the wind, so it's not really revealed. However, Anne, after seeing that Martin kind of sides with his grandmother, or Anne's mother-in-law, who didn't like him, who never liked her, she kind of just says, yeah, I killed him, I killed him, and I asked God for mercy and all that. And that's basically the end of the movie. And so yeah, it's basically a plot. It's basically a story about witchcraft and love. Witchcraft and love. How about that? That's a great story, ain't it? So anyway, I think my original criticisms with the plot was that it was slow, and that was the criticism of a lot of people criticize this movie as being very, very slow and all that. But after watching it a second time, I honestly don't feel that at all. I don't think it's slow in the slightest. I think there might be slower bits. There might have been bits that had nothing to do with the plot. That made the movie slow, such as the scenes of the children's choirs, singing the Jam of the Year, back in the top 40s, back from the 1600s. But I don't see it really as slow. It's definitely comparing it to Dreyer's other works. I think Ordet's actually, funny enough, Ordet's even slower, But nowhere near as slow as the tortoise that is Gertrude. Gertrude is just a mess, No, I think Day of Wrath has fine pacing. I think the pacing is absolutely fine, and I did not notice that. I think like the plot just, kind of, I lost track of the plot. I lost track of the whole thing about Anne being accused of witchcraft. I think that really disappeared, and as to why Absalom died, I think that whole part just totally just went over my head the first time. So anyway, I don't have much else to say. Again, I think Dreyer. I think this is a masterpiece. Dreyer. I still don't think it's his best movie. I still think Ordet is still just has a much more interesting story than Day of Wrath. I think Day of Wrath is well made. I think might even have been more well made than Ordet. But the story is still better in Ordet than it is in Day of Wrath. It doesn't have an attractive actress like Lisbeth Moven, right? I honestly don't even remember. I honestly do not remember who's in Ordet, which makes me sad. I may have to rewatch that one again. I know what it's about. The guy who thinks he's Jesus. That I know. But yeah, I may have to watch that one again. I don't know if I'll re-review it. I'll definitely probably rewatch it again though, just to refresh my mind, But anyway, that being said, I watched my old review, and yeah, half of it was about me, bashing Picnic at Hanging Rock again, because I was, comments, which I still don't like. I'm never gonna like Picnic at Hanging Rock, so there. But Day of Wrath is a good one. It's a very good movie. Again, I don't think it's as good as Ordet, and anything's better than Gertrude, but it's still a fantastic movie. I'm going to give it. I originally gave it a C+. It deserves a little bit more than that. I want to give it a B. I'm going to give it a solid B. There are still things about the movie I don't understand, certain bits and pieces, but at the same time, it's not a movie that is. It's not a bad movie. It is not a bad movie. It's a fantastic movie. I mean, I keep using the word fantastic, and I realize that's a bit cliche after it becomes cliche after a while. But, you know, a movie can be fantastic. I think a movie can be fantastic, and you don't have to give it an A, you know. You can give it a good movie, a good rating, you know. I just feel like it's not one of those movies that I want to watch again and again and again, you know. That's why I don't think it has you know, I mean, it depends on the audience, too. Some audiences want to watch Day of Wrath over and over and over again, or Dreyer's work, you know. They get a kick out of it. You know, for me, that's just not my thing, you know. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a B. Definitely way better than a C+. A lot of bits that in this movie that I really liked. Again, Movin is a fantastic actress, and I really love watching her. And yeah, I think the storyline is at least intriguing, if not great, you know. So anyway, that's that. Day of Wrath, B. I think you should check it out at least once, you know. Maybe or bet twice. But anyway, so that's it for me. Next week as we continue our rewatch. God, as a rewatch, we continue our rewatchable things. I'm giving, you know, I think I've already mentioned it before on this channel, but this is next. I'm giving it another shot. All 3 hours and 10 minutes of this damn movie a shot. Ugh. So anyway, wish me luck. It may still suck. I have a feeling I'm not going to like this. Still going to like it. You know, it's like you can't show me a 3-hour movie with, you know, and in hope and expect me to like it, you know, hands down, you know. So, I mean, Seven Samurai left out, you know. And, you know, Kurosawa, well, I mean, Kurosawa was different, you know. Kurosawa was awesome, you know. Karn, I have little to nothing to say about Karn, you know, compared so. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't burn witches at the stake. Shoot. And don't be so quick to pronounce yourself a witch when, you know, weather might have killed your old husband. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. And as far as our review Sundays are concerned, we'll see you next week for Children of Paradise. And until then, goodbye.